Welcome to What to Wear to a Luau on Maui. Honestly, this could apply to any luau. It doesn't necessarily, it's not really Maui specific, but we went to a luau on Maui, so that's why it's included in the title. But if you're going to a different island or a different area for a luau, all of these things will still apply. Something that I did include here is I made a shoppable list on, it's a platform called Bendable. It's kind of like Pinterest where people have like Pinterest pins going to different things, but instead it's just kind of like articles and shopping lists and things like that. So similar kind of concept. So if you want to kind of browse that to get some ideas, I mostly linked to like versions of things you can get at Walmart since that's pretty available to anybody, but I might go back in and add some more like boutique things and different stuff like that just to kind of have a little bit more variety and ideas on there. So for starters, an aloha shirt or dress. So JP actually already had that shirt, but I bought the dress. Is literally this one here at the shops in Lahaina. I knew that they would have so many there that I did not buy one in advance because they will be available in all of the gift shops and they're relatively inexpensive. For the most part, you can really get them like under $30. So I recommend doing that. You can wait till you get there to buy them. Saves room in your luggage. Just make sure you have room to take it back. Depending on your outfit choice, you could also go with a sarong. So those are the things that kind of get like tied around your waist and kind of make like your outfit into a skirt. So these are pretty popular now. They have like swimsuit dresses that kind of double as, they kind of do make a complete outfit, especially if you add a sarong to it. So you could do something like that and go even a little more casual than doing a dress like this. Those are pretty common. Any accessories, so the lei, flower clips, bracelets, things like that. You'll see here, you will probably be given a lei at some point on your trip, whether it is on your flight in, your hotel arrival, or some sort of tour or activity, or even at the luau. You'll probably get one, so you don't necessarily need to buy one to accessorize. They will probably give you one. So we acquired a couple different ones throughout the trip, so we just wore those. And then you can kind of see in this picture, I do have a little flower clip. I got it from the same gift shop that I got this dress to just kind of, I wore it most of the trip, to be honest. It wasn't specifically for the luau, but just to kind of dress up my Hawaiian theming. So those are some ideas. And they also have like lei, like bracelets, ankle bracelets, things like that that you can accessorize with. Comfortable shoes. So sandals or flip-flops are probably going to be most likely what you're going to wear. You don't really have to go, extravagant with it. Potentially layering up, so bringing like a sweater or shawl or something if it cools off in the evening or there's like a breeze or something. You may want to have it if you can find one that kind of matches whatever you plan on wearing. Bring something like that. You'll want sunscreen before the sun sets and all the other sun protection. So like a wide brimmed hat that kind of blocks like your face and shoulders a little bit, sunglasses, and obviously sunscreen. And then just general, just like casual clothes. It's not really something that it's not the same as dressing up for like a steakhouse dinner or something like that. And like here is one of the dancers there. If you made any sort of combination of an outfit like this, that would be perfectly fine. They're not expecting you to dress really any differently than that. And you also don't have to dress up like at all. Like you can just wear whatever like travel outfit you're in. You don't need to also get a whole complete outfit to add to it because the luau itself is already quite expensive. Respectful clothes. So nothing inappropriate, nothing offensive. That should be, but some people need that reminder. A camera or a bag to put everything in. So, a camera so you can have more photos and videos without, draining your phone battery or all of your phone data or storage, and then having just a small bag to put like phone, wallet, keys, camera, those kinds of things in. And then if this luau is for any sort of particular occasion or event, just check if there's any sort of specified dress code. Usually when you book any sort of luau, they will have some sort of dress code that are pretty loose and not super restrictive. But if it's for like a specific event, then they may have something a little more specific that they want you to do. So just kind of take note of that. A lot of times at luau's so like all these photos, they had a professional photographer there where you could take photos on the beach at sunset and purchase them. So if you want to have all your good vacation photos and look nice, then that's also another good reason to actually dress up and use that as a photo op to know that you will have some good reusable photos to share from your whole trip. And then just some extra things. So when you go to Maui, I recommend staying at Kaanapali Beach Club. It is a timeshare resort, but you don't have to be a timeshare member to stay there. You just book it either directly on the Hilton website or any like third-party site that you like to use. What we like about it is that for the same price as a regular hotel room, you'll get a full kitchen. Ours was, they put us in the deluxe ocean view suite, so we had ocean view. I think it was a corner room, so a separate living and sleeping space. We had a jacuzzi tub in the room. So all of that for the same price as if we had just stayed at a typical room, which I love. This was our view from our room. You can see the resort pool, the ocean, the nearby resort. Some frequently asked questions for what to wear to a luau. For women specifically, again, there's not any, so you can wear relatively whatever you want, but if you wanted to kind of be in the spirit of it, any of these like floral flowy dresses, flip-flops, sandals, a lei, fresh flowers, a hair clip, any of that kind of stuff. Dress codes, again, check your specific booking reservations. They probably have some sort of loose dress code. Like you got to have something more than just your plain swimsuit, some sort of cover up usually. But yeah, always just check your specific bookings because everyone's going to have something a little bit different. Can you wear jeans to a luau? You can, unless yours specifically says do not wear jeans. We will not let you in if you wear jeans, but you totally wear jeans to a luau. That's fine. You probably won't see too many other people in them, but you're definitely free to do so. I do have a post on the best luau's on Maui where you can kind of compare and contrast price and experience and menus and all that kind of stuff to see what is like the best one for your group. We did Maui's finest luau at Castaway Cafe. It's a much smaller one, but this was really nice. A really good experience, and I think I preferred it over like the bigger productions. I also have a post for the best restaurants on Maui. We tried as many things as possible throughout our whole trip. This here is from Paia Fish Market. It's a seafood pasta. It is like one of the most popular things like in all of Maui. And then some more fun things to do while you're visiting Maui. We do have a complete like 6-day, 5-night itinerary of everything that we did, which includes the luau that I've been talking about, the restaurants that I talked about, and then all the other things that I'm about to mention are all in there. Haleakala National Park is great for, it's known for their sunrise tour. Ours got canceled during our trip, so we just drove ourselves and went for a sunset instead. This was our view as we were heading up. You go above the clouds. Whale watching, we did a whale watching tour. It was February, so it was peak whale watching season, which is great. The Pack Whale Eco Adventures does a great one. There's also a cacao farm and chocolate tasting tour. You go up into this treehouse for a chocolate tasting, and it's really delicious. It's a really fun experience. The views are fantastic. Road to Hana full loop drive. Most people will do the Road to Hana or some portion of it, but it is actually a full loop that you can keep taking. Like once you hit Hana, you can keep going. As long as the roads aren't washed out from like recent bad weather, then you are good to go. Here's a picture from the Black Sand Beach portion of that. It's one of the most popular spots. We also did a West Maui coastline driving tour, which is essentially the same thing as Road to Hana, just on the other side of the island. That was really fun to do and a lot less busy too. And then to kind of round it all up, I do have a list of just the best things to do in Maui in general. It's geared towards couples since we went for our anniversary, but 99% of everything on there is things that any group could do. If you're going with family, friends, kids, whatever, it's stuff anybody can do. So that is everything that I have for what to wear to a luau in Maui. Basically, you can be a little festive with it, get a little dress like this, wear your lei, get a flower clip, things like that, but it is not required by any stretch. And just the last thing is I do have a free guide on free things to do in Maui. It just asks for your first name and email, so it has a place to send it to you. And it's just a little PDF download. That way you can, if you want to make your trip more affordable, these are free things that you can do with your time. Or if you want to find some free things so that you can splurge on other things like going to a luau or a nicer resort or something like that, this helps with that. But that is everything I have for what to wear to a luau on Maui.